Yo, what up? It's your boy Diesel Tyme, and welcome back to another episode of Dummy Takes. Oh boy. And today we are talking about the new SpiderMan movie, No Way Home. The new trailer just dropped, and the internet is losing its freaking mind. Oh my god, radars are done. Poupon. What's the guy? I am Alpha. Boop, boop, bop, bop, bop. I cannot compute the new Spider-Man trailer. Like, for real, people have already picked this thing apart, like de-engineered and re-engineered it back together of what the future might hold. There's supposedly a shot, the grand, the money shot of all the spider people jumping off a building at all the villain people. The big sand creature, the lizard, is just leaping off into nowhere. Electro's up in the corner and he's like going at nothing apparently. So rumor has it that it's not just the Tom Holland Spider-Man leaping through the air and these guys in the big money shot. No. There's a secret hidden Andrew Garfield and a hidden Tobey Maguire Spider-Person leaping off alongside this Tom Holland Spider-Man. That is the rumor. That is the theory. Otherwise, why would the lizard just be like, all right, screw it, I'm out? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So why would Electro be up there like, I'm just, I have control over electricity, but I guess I missed. I'm not aiming in the right direction. That doesn't make no sense. So I understand that, it's a good possibility. Then they got this shot of the glove reaching out for Mary Jane. Oh, Mary Jane, I'm going to save you. And this glove is, I guess, the wrong pattern. It's not the MCU style of glove. Someone has identified the glove as being the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man glove, which, looking at it, I was like, yeah, I guess that now that you mention it, I think that, yeah, I mean, I didn't like stare and study the new costume, but I remember it was a little more stylized, like the lines were a little more, cool, you might say. It wasn't the traditional straight, costume. There was a little more zippity zooza wrapping around, just extra lines and stuff. So I could see the fingers and, the wrist having its own, cut out little things. That makes sense. So I will give it to these, nerd, what would you call them, minors? It's a little condescending. But these people, who have taken the time to analyze this, I'm sitting here talking, but I guess they've gone frame by frame and figured it out. So, hats off to them. But I'm here to talk and give my opinion. This is Dummy Takes. I already spent like 3 minutes talking about these little boo-boos. That's not my strong suit. No. I'm here to give my opinion. So, do I want there to be 3 spider people in the movie? Broad stroke answer, no. Going into the Spider-Verse movie, that's a funny sentence. When I first went to see Into the Spider-Verse, I had nothing against them putting out a Miles Morales Spider-Man. I'm not crazy about the idea of a Miles Morales Spider-Man because I don't like tokenized characters, but if they want to do it, go ahead and do it. But I don't want 6 other spider people, women, just 19 different spider versions of the character running around screen. No, make a Spider-Man one character movie. That's just my opinion. The final trailer moved the needle for me enough that I was actually psyched. I went and saw Into the Spider-Verse, and I actually think it's one of the best Spider-Man movie, maybe the best Spider-Man movie ever made. So it's not inherently a bad idea. It's just not the one that my heart is crying out for. So I would love to have Doctor Strange, try to fix Peter Parker's dilemma of everyone knowing that he's Spider-Man, accidentally have all these characters come in, and you have, 6 villains who happen to be on screen together, and you organically form the Sinister Six, which is enough. I mean, right? Is anyone disagreeing with me that the Sinister Six is enough? Do we really need the Sinister Six versus 6 Spider-Men? I don't think so. 3? It still sounds like a handful. You know, what's that line? 2 is 3, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. 1 is enough of a party versus the 6 villains, the 6 sinister spider saboteurs. What would you call them? Anyways, do I want there to be 3 Spider-Men? No, I do not. Is it inevitable at this point that they will be in the movie? Probably. There was some drama the other week. John Campea put out what he thought were falsely leaked images. Turns out Sony was like, hey, mother lover, those are real. Get those off the internet now. So I guess, it's looking more and more and more and more and more like Toby and Andrew are both going to show up. So I have taken it upon myself to release those desires of how I would do the movie, to acknowledge that I am not Kevin Feige. I am not sitting on the throne of Sony or Marvel making these decisions, and I'm merely going to have to decide whether I'm going to part with my money, which, I probably will. I'm more than likely going to see this movie because it looks really cool. And is it true that what they're selling us is not what they're delivering to us? More than likely, because I bet there are 2 more Spider-Men in that shot. Maybe 6, who knows? Maybe it's another Into the Spider-Verse whole dilemma series. Who knows? That's the whole deal. Who knows? Let's not jump to any rash decisions. Let's wait and see what the movie has. The biggest thing that they can do is make it well written. That's all I can say. Why did Into the Spider-Verse work? Because of the writing, because of the characterization of all the different spider individuals. They had their own arcs, their own reasons, their different strengths and weaknesses, and ultimately the tender relationship of Sweatsuit Spider-Man mentoring this new insecure Miles Morales Spider-Man into being a better version of himself, ultimately lifted gray sweatsuit Spider-Man into being, the best Peter Parker that he could be once again, regaining his own confidence. So the writing could save this. I don't know what the relationship between like 50-year-old Tobey Maguire and 40-year-old Andrew Garfield and little baby Tom Holland, maybe there's some, mentor. I don't know. My whole thing is also how, like I said, in the writing, how are you going to make this work? You're telling me that out there somewhere is a universe where, it stops at the edge of New York City, and within this, city called New York, it's this movie version of New York, and it is directed by Sam Raimi, and there's this guy who looks like Bruce Campbell who just keeps popping up everywhere, and he has like all these different jobs. Well, those are my thoughts on the new Spider-Man trailer. What do you think, Venom Symbiote?
I think I should be in the movie.
Well, yeah, of course you think you should be in the movie. We all want to be in the new Spider-Man movie, duh. I meant, what do you think of there being like 3 different Spider-Men running around on screen?
The more the merrier. The more heads on spider people, the more heads for Venom to eat.
That's a good point. Well, we both gave our arguments. What do you think? Is less more or is more more? Put your comments down below. What did you think of the trailer? Are you psyched for this movie? I know I am. I'm not gonna, like I said, bring my opinion to the theater. I'm bringing it to the dummy take. And then I'm gonna go to the theater and relax and see what, the movie gods have to offer. So, if you like this, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like button, do all that. You know how to work the internet. You're not new to this. Come join the party. Come back for more dummy takes. I'm your boy, Diesel Tyme. And peace.